All right, something a little different tonight in this video. It is January 28th, Thursday. We're going to look at the bearish ETFs. There are about, see, three, maybe like 10 of them. I mean, there's a lot more probably, but these pretty much follow the market, the NASDAQ, the S&P, Dow Jones, the Russell, financials, gold, what else? UVXY, the volatility index. To see where the market is. And, maybe these are going to move finally. So we're going to take a look at them here. And we're going to start off with S-Dow. And so these are bearish. If you're not familiar, bearish the market. So when the market goes, the market tanks, these go up. See back in March when the market tanked for over a month? Yeah, these make a big move because most of the time these are going down because the market's always going up like now. You can see from March, look how the market went up. Look how it's going down. This has gone down since March. Now what I notice here, this is a big falling wedge. Ever since March, you have flat here. Then you have a line here. This 1, 2, 3. And you have a line here connecting. So it's formed a very tight wedge. This is a falling wedge, which means it's going to break out. And it tried to right here. You draw this line down. Draw this one down. So you can see it right here. The last month, it's been pretty much going sideways. You tried to break out yesterday. Today the market was very strong. It came back indecision move. So, this was up near 95, came all the way down near $12 now. You can see volume still pretty good. And look at stochastics right here. Look how low it is, bouncing up and down, bouncing. Came up today. So, for the most part, these are going to be down. That's just the way, because the markets are always pretty much going up. You see this heavy volume down here. You don't see the volume like that. Look at all this volume. I think that tells me, too, I think people have hedges on. They think the market's going to maybe crash again because that's consistent heavy volume down here. You don't see it back here as much. So let's take a look at the yearly on this. You can see they had a split. So you're not going to see much here. This goes down. Quarterly, back down, down. Not much here. The monthly, see this back and forth. The two splits now. Weekly, anything here? Weekly, you can see that big move up. Then this is a massive candle down. And on this, you can see it tried to hit this line over this 20 EMA. It's been the reverse. The 20 is over the 13, which is bearish. You came out of it right here at 12. This is holding. So it's trying to go up, but it did before again. Is this going to be the move finally? Are we seeing it? People say it is. There's a lot of people on the CNBC and all these different shows and online. They think you're going to crash again, but no one knows exactly when. Oversold here. You don't really have any move up yet. It's really extremely oversold. It's actually the best time to buy. When you're down here, look at this here. It's at a 1 or a 5, 2 to 5. Eventually you will go up, but it just depends when. So going back to the daily, you don't see much there. You see heavy volume. You see this back and forth right here going up. So this came back through the 20 and 13 EMA. So, found support here. It's trying to go up on stochastics. Now, the lines I'm looking for, if we really move, the market really tanks, we just get a sell-off, it might not happen for a while. Could be a few weeks, could be a month, 2 months, you don't know. But just looking for areas, because you've had moves. See back here, you had a move back here 2019. You're just looking for these big, big moves where this is going to really open up. So you have 13. Look for, it's not much here after 13. You have 14 line, the 15 line. You have a gap here to 16 plus. And I would look for this, if this really moves, 16 plus on S-Dow. Maybe you get to 20 again. That's not out of the question. Maybe this 20 level. You have see this like waterfall. That was the last move, November, where the market went down. There's only been a few since the move up in March. There's only been a few little moves. There's been, what was it, the June move, and I think the November move. See right here. So yeah, this could be the start of something. We will see. Yeah, I would look for this is if we really move. I mean, the market really goes down like 10-20%. You could get to 14, easily 14 to 20. I would look for on S-Dow. And again, on this, you want this to hold this 12. This doesn't hold 12. You're going back down further. So pretty easy chart to read. It's a matter of what it's going to do. All right, this is a SPXU. Is Pro Shares, the S&P. So this is reverse the S&P. My chart get messed up here. Let me delete this. Because they did a split here, so your retracement all the way from up here. And you put this all the way down. So you can see the 100% retracement all the way back down. If this starts going up, then you hit the 23% line, the 38, 50% line from the 100% top here. So this was at 210. This did a split, so this has been going down and down. In this, draw your lines right here. It looks like right there. You touched in September, and then going down this way, trying to connect as many of these lines as possible. So put that wick maybe like right here. We connect sort of. So this isn't perfect. See, once you drop down, then you sort of went sideways back in May. And then see this width is getting tighter and tighter. See this? You get heavy volume down here. That tells you too, maybe something is up here. If you draw this right on that line, see that connects right here? So it should be wick to wick, but you get the picture here. And this line you want to move closer. See, look how wide we're getting tighter. So in this right now, it did a split, so it's 28.79. It's trying to break up. This gets past 30 on this one too. If we really unravel in the market, 30, this could go to 46. I would say that line because you have this waterfall here. If not, this could hold 27. I mean, if this does not go up, you want this 27 to hold or down we go. It's not the move yet then. It's not the breakout. But you can see, look how tight this is. Like something is up. And are we going to get a move like this? I don't think like that, but you don't know. It could be maybe half a move like that. Maybe 20%, 25%, 15%. So I would look for that all the way to near, 46 if this really explodes up. If not, you need that 27 to hold. And we'll see if it breaks this trend line too on SPXU. Not many people are trading these. They're probably sitting on it, waiting for a crash on these. The people that have tons of money in the market, maybe hedge funds or whoever, money managers. Here's SQQQ. This is a reverse of the Qs, basically NASDAQ. So, this was all the way up there. This came all the way back down in March. Did a reverse split in August. This has the 13 low. So if 13 doesn't hold, down we go. This one's not as good. It's just trying to break out a little bit. I had a trend line right here. See this and this? It formed a point, but it didn't. It broke out slightly, then went right back down. So this isn't looking as good, but this breaks above 14. Watch for 15. And this maybe gets to 24 if the NASDAQ unravels. And then you want the 13 to hold on this. So you can see it, the wide move, try to go up, and nope, back down. So another one because the NASDAQ's been strong as well. Work from home. So that's it on that. TZA is small cap bear. So the small caps have been really, really on fire. And you look on this one, that $5 held on this, all the way starting January. Something goes sideways. Heavy volumes coming in. You can see the volume here. This is the most volume it's ever did. So people are shorting, I think. They're thinking there's going to be a crash. And then this went up to like 6, trying to get to 6, 555 now. So I would look for, if the market unravels on this, 6, eventually 6. You go each dollar, 7, 8. And I would look towards like 16 on this. You get a big move up. Tight wedge. And I would look for, maybe the 16 level. We'll see. And this is all it has to really unravel. It has to go down big time. And anything's possible. We've seen all this crazy stuff in the market right now. Anything's possible. Today, their stock's going up 1,000%. So that's another one. You can see this wedge is so tight. There's not much room here. Because you connect here from June. That's what you do. And all the points, November and the high. And that's why you get a falling wedge. And then look at the increased volume here. So TZA, another one. FAS is the financial bears. This is a little bit different. This had a wedge down. And tried to break up June, July. And then it formed this weird move September, November. Connected that. And then I have a line right here from November down. So it's forming another wedge. Then it broke out of it a little bit. From 6 went to 7. And, stochastics are getting very high here. So if this moves, this could go fill this gap. Probably 12 plus, maybe 15 on this. This is more of a channel, but then it formed a wedge. Not much volume down here, like accumulating at least. Doesn't look like that much. So, that's where that one stands. You want this 6 to hold. If not, this ain't going to move either. So it's FAS. Here's SOXS. Direction. This is the semiconductors. This went to 450 back in March. Went down, had a reverse split. Big channel down, down. And then I'm trying to draw this line here. See this tight line? This is really tight too. Look at that big volume the other day. Right here, this really tried to move. Tried to get above 16, didn't work. I can see this as if this really moves. I can see this going to 35 plus. Look at that wash down, then we went straight down. Semi's been really hot, so this could really unravel. I mean, SOXL, the reverse could unravel, and this could go way up to 35. And you want this to hold down here to 1250. If 1250 holds, you have a chance, and this might really break up. The market comes down. So you can see here, looking for that. That was the last move November, and we could go up here. All right, at SOXS, LAPD. See LAPD, LABD. Direction Biotech. This is with coronavirus and all the drugs coming out. So this has been really crushed because they're coming out with vaccines every day, you name it. All right, so in this you can see a wide move down to a shallow move. Let me take this down. You can see right here this 18 line just below. Tried to break out a little bit, went back down. So if 18 don't hold, down this goes. This is forming a big wedge too, but nothing's showing. You're not getting nothing right now. See this? Tight wedge. Big volume. So if this really comes to fruition, this can move up to 50. Get that big gap here on this. We'll see if this flattens and starts to go up. The market came back today. Yesterday looked like it really was going to really fall apart today, but it didn't. Maybe you'd see Congress is getting involved with regulation and all this stock. All these Reddit users and retail. So it's been pretty crazy. So maybe that'll push the market down. You don't know. All right, that's LABD. Quick look. Dust. This is gold. Bearish gold miners. This has been in pretty much a channel. right down here. This 1525 zone. See this? You have a back and forth right here between, let's see here. See this 21 and 15 back and forth since August. This has been channeling. It did break up December, didn't hold. Came back a little bit. It's been chopping around. Yeah, it looks like it's basing from here. It did a split, but it's basing. I think gold eventually will go back up. It's taking a breather. This could get to 30, 35 plus on this dust. You want this 15 to hold. JDST. Call this line this 9 line. See, back and forth in this one too. They have a split. Yeah, they split earlier, but this dropped down. So in August, back and forth we go. This is about 1275, 1250 to the 9 line. Back and forth. Not much movement. And definitely consolidation. I think this will move up eventually too. You'll get to 14, maybe 22 eventually. Back and forth. Look how we go back and forth. It's like up and down from the channel. So that's where that stands. SCO, this is ultra short crude. You know how hot crude's been? Crude's been on fire. So this was the 20 level on crude. And, we hit that back in November, September. Then the low. See the low? It's getting lower here. And on this, you actually have a wedge too. You draw this down. You draw that down. So from that November move you have here, you could do another one like this, a wedge, tighter one. But you can see now oil's getting sideways. It's made a big, big run. So people short oil, they might get a pop here. This could come to 10. Wouldn't surprise me. This goes back to 20 and a double. You can see the big move here. See the drop. It move up, move down. Take these out. See how crazy crude was back and forth? Like these moves were nuts from March. Then it dropped, and then crude's making a comeback now. So this was dropping. Had one more nice bounce to 20. Then look at it's fading. It's going back and forth. I don't see heavy accumulation. Like you want to see this go really high. This has to hold down here. This what level's this? Like 950 level. If not, then this isn't the move. That's always you got to say to yourself too. The move doesn't happen. It's not going to happen then. If this doesn't work, then it goes down. You got to get out. So that level's important at 950. If it does start to move, like I said, eventually, 12, 15, all these gaps, you might get back to 20 here. So that's SCO. UVXY's volatility. This went up to 130. The volatility in March was insane. Back and forth. The high got lower. The low's getting lower. This has been holding 10 for over like 2 months now. And then we broke out yesterday. Big, big breakout with volume. Biggest volume ever. Came back today. Lower volume. That's good. If you see lower volume, that means that there's still chances it's going to go up. Because it was higher volume. People will probably be selling, getting out. I can see this, like I said in the other videos. I said this could get it maybe a 24, 22. Maybe higher. Who knows? You can see it, the tightness, and then you have the breakup scene. So we'll see if that happens too. If not, the 10 has to hold. ERY, this is energy. No one even probably looks at this, but so energy, this had a big move down too, all the way to below 25. Tried to bounce a little bit here, didn't work. Came down, bounced again. Where's this going to go? You have right here this 80 line. See right this 80 line right here? I'm trying to get on here. So this dropped down. You know, June it didn't get that far below 40, but then it bounced. Nice move all the way to 80 and almost double top. Then it crashed down again. So yeah, this 25 level is important. Then this is forming a little bit of a wedge here too. Let me draw this here. See the connection here, you could say. See this? And then, well, that went outside of it, but it's coming down. Draw a line here. So you could draw this and this. It's like a big wedge. We'll see if that holds out. It might not be exactly right. But if this moves, you could get to 80 again on this. This could go all the way to 35. Fill all these gaps. See these gaps coming up? You know, made a move down, up, back down. Now, the high is still getting lower. So this hasn't proved it's really broken up yet. We'll see. Keep an eye on that. And that's it. So that's, I mean, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, about 12 of these bearish ETFs I look at. They're mainly when the market crashes, like in March, you get high volatility like 2009, 2018, 2019. So they're the moves. You just keep an eye on them. And if they really start to move, the market tanks. You can tell when it's going to tank. It starts to unwind. And then that's when you want to jump in these. You can even swing these, but it's got to be the right time. All right, that's it. Please subscribe to Mike Cayman Trades on YouTube, referral, trade ideas, my link, TikTok, Mike Frank II, Instagram, Mike Frank 98, stock twits, Mike Cayman Trades. All right, that's it. Peace.